Condensed Bat-Supe in 30 seconds. The following podcast features themes of racial and religious discrimination and political corruption. Listeners should be aware that some language used in the original broadcast includes slurs and prejudiced terms that were sadly common in the post-war era, but do not reflect our values today and are presented for historical context. While important to confront, this content may be upsetting. Listener discretion is advised.
The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Condensed Bat-Supe. Now with 66% fewer superheroes than our regular podcast, which makes Condensed Bat-Supe even less nutritious, but still just as delicious. We're featuring episodes of The Adventures of Superman without the caped crusaders. Tie on your capes for lots of yelling and screaming, plenty of fight or flight, and raging zealots galore. In this edition of Condensed Bat-Supe, we proudly present Chapter 11 of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, as originally broadcast on September 17th, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today, while Superman zooms off to protect veteran Sam Robbins against the fury of racial hatred, the ex-GI stands bound and defenseless as a gang of fanatical hoodlums threatens to pummel him to death. Before we continue with today's episode in The Adventures of Superman, we'd like you to meet Mr. Charles Bolte, chairman of the American Veterans Committee, a new organization of World War II veterans which yesterday opened its Ring the Bell recruiting campaign. Mr. Bolte.
Many of us who belong to the American Veterans Committee are the big brothers in your families. When we were in uniform, we looked forward to the day when we would have finished our fighting jobs. We thought the war would be over when the last shot was fired, but we were wrong. There's another kind of war going on, a war in which you can help us this time. It's the war against the fellow next door or down the block, and it generally shapes up so that there's a gang against one boy or girl. The reasons for that ganging up are reasons no American boy or girl should have, a difference in color or religion. That's why the American Veterans Committee feels Superman has rung the bell in fighting on the air against this kind of un-American war. That's why, as chairman of my organization, your older brothers who went to fight for you, I'd like to present the official commendation of the American Veterans Committee to Superman.
Thank you, Mr. Bolte. I'd like to accept the commendation on behalf of the Kellogg Company who sponsors this program, Superman DC Publications, and the millions of American boys and girls in our audience who put into their daily lives the principles we stress here on our broadcasts. We're mighty proud that this honor has come to us, and again, our thanks. Now, The Adventures of Superman. In a plot to spread racial and religious intolerance, Big George Latimer, unscrupulous boss of the state political machine, falsely accused an ex-GI named Sam Robbins of shooting another veteran. Latimer persuaded the governor to send Sam to a jail upstate in a district known for intolerance, and notified a henchman named Dean Carter that a police car carrying Sam would pass through his town that night. Dean arranged an ambush. And as Superman, learning that Sam had been sent upstate, streaked to the jail at Grant City in an effort to protect him. Sam was taken from the state police car by a band of masked men and marched to a small starlit clearing in the dark woods. There, the men began to beat him with rubber hoses. But as Sam fell to the ground, one of the men, called Doc, who had attempted to halt the cowardly attack, suddenly fires his rifle into the heads of the mob and shouts a command. Listen.
Cut it out, men! Let him alone!
Who fired that shot? Hey, it's Doc!
Stand where you are, all of you! I said stand where you are. far, Dean. Don't reach for your guns, any of you.
What's the idea, Doc?
This has gone far enough, Dean. Too far. You get up, Robbins.
Yeah, I guess so.
Get up, then, and come over here.
Oh, no, you don't.
Let him alone! The first man who touches him, don't reach for that gun, Mark.
I don't get this. I thought you were one of them.
I was, but I'm watching you, Dean. Stand still unless you want to get it.
Now listen, Doc.
No, you listen to me, Dean. And all you others listen. I've got a belly full of this. 9 of us ganging up on one man. A man who fought in the war for us.
You don't fight for me. For me neither.
You let Robbins and a lot of other boys like him do your fighting for you. You wave flags and call them heroes while the shooting's going on. But when they get Mac, you call them foreigners. Well, I fell for that intolerant stuff for a while, too. But not anymore. This whole rotten business makes me sick to my stomach.
Now, look, Doc, you know as well as we do that Robbins shot an American boy, a veteran.
How can I or anybody be sure of that? He says he didn't. So he's entitled to a fair trial.
Now, listen, Doc.
Stand back, Dean. Take one more step and by heaven I'll drill you.
Traitor, what do you think you're going to do now?
I'll show you. Sam.
Yes, sir.
Can you get the rope off your hands?
I've just about got it off now.
Good. Pick up the rifles from the ground, bring them here. Then stack them and set them afire.
Okay. You better not try that, Doc.
Just try and stop us and see what happens. Go on, Sam.
I'm warning you. You'll get the same thing this foreigner's going to get. We've got to run this off.
I'm afraid we'll have to run for it, Robbins. Take a rifle.
I've got one.
All right. Keep them covered and back up into the woods. Then follow me.
I'm right with you, Skipper. Hey, Dean, they're going to try to get away.
Don't anybody move, I warn you. From now on, I shoot to kill.
That goes for me, too. How we doing, Doc?
Okay so far. Another step or two, we'll be in among the trees. Then we run like 60.
I hate to run from these jerks without getting in a lick or two. I guess we'll have to.
Get ready now. Okay. Run for your life.
Disregarding the prickly brambles and heavy underbrush, Sam Robbins and Doc rushed through the dark woods, literally fleeing for their lives as rifle shots fired by their bigoted pursuers whistled past their ears and ricocheted from the trees. Meanwhile, again in his guise of Clark Kent, Superman is growing anxious as he waits for Sam's arrival in the office of Warden Jones at the Grant City Jail.
Can't understand why the police car hasn't arrived with Sam Robbins yet, Warden. I'm worried.
Nothing to be worried about, Kent. The troopers may have been delayed by traffic. Or maybe they stopped someplace for coffee.
But they left Metropolis over 3 hours ago, and it isn't more than a 2-hour trip from there.
Yes, that's right. Maybe they had motor trouble.
Well, they would have reported that by radio, wouldn't they?
If they did, they would have reported to the nearest trooper barracks.
Look, Warden, I wonder if you'd contact the barracks between here and Metropolis and find out if they had a report. Huh?
No reason for that, Kent. I tell you, there's nothing to worry about.
Well, my hunch is there's plenty to worry about. Sam Robbins wasn't really sent up here for his safety, you know.
What do you mean?
Please, Warden, do as I say, will you? Maybe the Daily Planet and I can do you a favor sometime.
Well, all right.
Yes, Warden?
Well, Davis, call the state troopers barracks at Lordville, Bensontown, and Olivia. Find out if they've had any report on the car bringing Sam Robbins up here.
Yes, sir.
And now relax, Kent. We'll have a report in a few minutes. Oh, this must be the report, Kent.
I hope it's good.
Yes, Davis.
I spoke to the barracks at Lordville, Bensontown, and Olivia, Warden. No report on that car.
Uh-oh.
Okay, thanks. Oh, wait, Kent. Where are you going?
Out to look for that car. I'm afraid Sam Robbins is in trouble.
Hurrying from the city jail into the dark street, Clark Kent swiftly strips off his business suit and takes to the air as Superman.
Up, and away!
Heading south, the Man of Steel streaks above the main highway between Grant City and Metropolis, his keen eyes searching for the missing police car and Sam Robbins. Unknowingly, he rockets within a few miles of the dark woods in which Sam and his benefactor, the man called Doc, are running from their pursuers, falling headlong over hidden stumps, picking themselves up and panting on. And then...
It's no use, Doc. You go ahead. Don't bother about me.
What do you mean, Robbins? What's the matter?
Well, I didn't want to tell you before, but I got a slug in my knee in the war. When those pals of yours knocked me around, the old knee cracked out. Oh! Go ahead, Doc. Get away.
Can I leave you here? Nothing doing. I got you into
Forget
this.
that. You did your best to make up for it.
Come on, boys! We'll get him!
Here they come. Go on, Doc. Save your own skin. Don't worry about me.
I'm not leaving you. Look, I'd hoped we could get to the river, but there's an old barn just ahead, where the woods end. If we can get to that, we might be able to hide out or hold them off. You think you can make it?
I'll try. I still wish you'd go ahead.
I'm not leaving you, so stop wasting your breath. Here, put your arm around my shoulder. There.
I can see him! Come on!
Oh, they spotted us. Come on, Sam. We've got to make that barn.
Grimly, Doc and the crippled Sam Robbins half walk, half run toward the old deserted barn in the field beyond the woods, closely pursued by Dean Carter and his bloodthirsty followers. We'll return in a moment for the startling climax of today's episode. So stand by.
You know, gang, there aren't many prizes, or such swell prizes, that you can get as easy as the prizes that come in packages of Kellogg's Pep. 3 different kinds of prizes, one or the other in each package of Pep you open. Just think, your next Pep prize may be a bright-colored comic button, picturing one of your favorite comic strip characters, 18 in all, to pin on your jacket or your beanie cap. Or maybe you'll find a bird picture in brilliant color with a full description on the reverse side. Collect all 24 of these, and will you be hep on birds? Or maybe you'll find one of the 7 slick-colored cardboard plane models, easy and fun to put together. And all the while you're collecting these 3 kinds of prizes, you'll be in on another kind of swell fun. Sure, I mean you'll be enjoying just about the best breakfast dish you ever hustled across your tongue. Crunchy golden whole wheat flakes of Kellogg's Pep. Pep really sends you. What flavor? A fresh, brisk flavor, all crisp and catchy. A wonderful flavor for breakfast. So, for a prize breakfast and prizes that are super, ask Mom to get you Kellogg's Pep the Sunshine cereal.
Aided by Doc, Sam Robbins managed to limp across the open field to the shelter of an ancient barn, just as Dean Carter and his cowardly followers burst from the woods. Crouching in the open doorway, Doc and Sam fire several rifle shots toward the approaching figures, only dimly seen in the faint starlight.
Hold it, Doc. They're ducking back into the woods.
Good. Give us a chance to get our breath back. That was close. I didn't think we'd make the barn.
This is great. I put in 3 years fighting Japs, and then I come home and have to fight fellow Americans.
That's a dirty shame, Sam. I don't know what got into me to hook up with those fellas.
Oh, forget it, Doc. You snapped out of it.
No, I won't ever be able to forget it. I think I went haywire a couple of years ago when my wife and son were killed in an automobile accident.
Oh, gee, Doc, that's too bad.
And then Dean Carter began bending my ear with that phony down with a foreigner stuff. I knew it was poison medicine, but it has a peculiarly soothing effect, and I drank it. Well, hating seemed to help me forget. But tonight, when I saw what it brought me to, hating people is bad, Sam. Very bad.
Yeah, you're telling me. Hate is what causes wars and makes... Get away from that door, Doc. Little playmates are getting rough again.
Well, let's give them some of the same.
I'll save your ammunition. If any.
Oh, good cockfield. I forgot. How many bullets have you got left?
I picked up a clip before we left our chums. It's in the magazine now. And that's all, brother.
I'm down to my last clip, too.
But Joe Martin and I held off a gang of Japs for 24 hours once with only 1 clip between us. Now, the trick is to make each shot count.
You're a cool customer, Sam.
No, not cool. Just tired, Doc. Plain tired. Many's the night I lay out there in a foxhole, thinking how good it was going to be to get home. And then I get home. To this. It doesn't... Hey, what's that?
What?
I smell smoke.
Yeah, so do I. Where's it coming from?
I don't know. Oh, jeepers. Look, Doc, up there.
Good Lord. The haymower's on fire.
Bullets fired into the barn must have ignited the hay.
Well, this old barn is going to go up like a matchbox.
And how? Oh, come on, we got to get out of here.
Yeah, we'll head toward the river.
Oh, what now? What are you stopping for?
Look out there.
Holy smokes, they got us surrounded.
Yeah. What do we do now?
You got me, Doc. From where I stand, this looks like curtains.
Their hearts hammering, Sam Robbins and his newfound friend stand in the furiously burning barn, surrounded by the armed men of hate, trapped, their fate apparently sealed. What will happen? Superman is miles away, scouring the highway, and seconds count. Don't miss tomorrow's exciting episode, whatever you do. Tune in, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. Say, gang, think of all the famous names you know, and you'll think of Kellogg, the greatest name in cereals. Then you'll think of Kellogg Shredded Wheat. Makes breakfast loads of fun. Crisp, tender biscuits of whole wheat, toasted just right and packed with natural nut sweet flavor. Just the right size, too, made to fit the bowl. As for nutrition, well, Mom knows that whole wheat is mighty good for you. And for economy, she likes the 15 biscuits in every package. Try Kellogg Shredded Wheat. You'll like it. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
And now, faster than a speeding bullet, Condensed Bat-Supe proudly presents Chapter 12 of George Latimer, Crooked Political Boss, which was originally broadcast on September 18th, 1946.
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today, as the Man of Steel rockets through the air in search of Sam Robbins, the ex-GI and Doc, his newfound friend and benefactor, are treacherously trapped in an old barn between roaring flames and a gang of murder-bent hate-mongers.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal, Dan McCullough. Say, which is it? Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Is it a button? Well, you might get any one of those three kinds of prizes in your next package of Kellogg's Pep. And are all three kinds smooth. For instance, those bird pictures. Each one's in brilliant color with a description on the reverse side, so you get the real lowdown on these high flyers. There are 24 pictures of birds in all. And then you can collect 7 different models of famous fighting planes, all made of colored cardboard and easy to assemble. And the comic buttons, 18 different bright-colored buttons to collect, each picturing a favorite comic strip character to pin on your jacket or your beanie cap. That makes 49 different prizes in all you can collect, one in each package of Pep you open. And all of them are super to go with Pep's super terrific flavor, which is saying a lot because that sunny full wheat flavor of Pep is really out of this world. Each spoonful of these crisp golden flakes tastes so downright wonderful that you have to keep yourself from gobbling them down. So ask Mom for Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. And remember, look for the prize inside your package.
Now, the adventures of Superman. Falsely accused of shooting his best friend and war buddy, Sam Robbins was being driven to an upstate jail when the police car was ambushed by a gang of intolerant bigots who vented their poisonous hate on Sam, whom they called a foreigner, because he attended a church different from their own. The young ex-GI was about to be lynched when one of the men, known as Doc, suddenly realizing what a cowardly and un-American act he was participating in, helped Sam to escape. The two took refuge in an old barn, but the shots of their pursuers set afire the dry hay in the loft, and the ancient wooden structure began to go up in flames. Sam and Doc started to leave, only to discover that they were trapped by the lynching party, which had surrounded the burning barn. Listen.
Look out. They're shooting through the doorway.
The dirty cowards.
Sam, look. The roof is on fire.
Yeah, this place is going up like a matchbox.
Oh, I must have been crazy to listen to those fanatics. I deserve to die for getting you into this.
Oh, forget it, Doc. We all make mistakes. It just leaves a kind of sour taste, that's all. The Japs tried for 3 years and couldn't nail me. And then I come home and get it from my own countrymen because they don't like the way I part my hair. Well, that's life, I guess. The question is, what do we do now?
I don't know. If we go out, we'll be a clear target for that bloodthirsty gang. If we stay here, we'll be roasted to death.
Looks to me like we're between the devil and the deep blue sea, Doc. A meeting is open to suggestion.
Look out, Sam! The beam's gonna fall!
Yeah, and then comes the roof. I'm afraid this is it, Doc.
As Sam Robbins and Doc await the end, Superman, searching the highway between Metropolis and Grant City, has finally discovered the missing state police car in the bushes beside the dark detour. Swiftly, he rips the ropes and gags from the two troopers in the bottom of the car and learns what happened.
Now, wait. Don't both of you talk at once. Just tell me, did these fellows who ambushed you take Sam Robbins away in a car?
No, they walked him into the woods.
These woods right here?
Yes, the dirty rats said they had a grave all ready for him.
Have they? Well, look, you men wait here. I'm going after them. Up and away! Don't see anyone in these woods. Just hope I'm not too late. Wait a minute. What's that fire up ahead? Better look into that. Away! Uh-oh. Barn's burning. It'll collapse in a moment. Great Scott, Sam Robbins is trapped there, and another man. And there goes the roof. Down to them. Down!
Flashing down into the blazing inferno, Superman seizes Sam Robbins and Doc, whips them under his cape just as the flaming roof crashes down upon him. Shaking the debris from his shoulders, the Man of Steel rockets up through the flames with Sam and Doc sheltered beneath his cape and plummets down on a nearby hill overlooking the scene.
There we are. What were you fellas trying to do? Get a suntan?
We'd given up the ghost. You saved our lives, Superman.
Glad I got here in time, Sam.
Hey,
Now,
how did you know my name?
I've been following your case. I don't believe I know this man with you, though.
My name is Waters. The people around here call me Doc because I'm a veterinarian.
I see.
I'm one of the cowards who started out to lynch Sam.
Oh?
And I didn't deserve to be rescued. You should have
don't
let me...
listen to him, Superman. I'd have been a dead duck long ago if not for him holding those mugs off with a gun.
I get the
hoping...
general idea. You can give me the details later. What about those fellows hiding in the woods down there near the burning barn? Are they the lovely characters who tried to put on the lynch party?
Yes, sir.
They're probably scattering into the woods trying to get away.
Well, don't worry. They won't get far. I'll collect them and turn them over to a couple of state troopers who are going to be very glad to see them. You two wait here for me. I'll be back in a few minutes, and the three of us will hop back to Metropolis. This dirty business must be cleaned up before something much worse happens. Up, and away!
Story, Mr. White. I mean, Superman picked up Dean Carter and his hate gang and turned them over to the state troopers.
Good.
You should have heard Carter and his crackpots yell about how their rights as American citizens were being abused.
I wish I had heard them. I'd tell them a thing or two. Murderers and bigots, that's what they are, than which there's nothing lower on this earth. Well, go on, Kent. What about Sam Robbins and that fellow, Doc?
Well, Sam refused to prefer charges against Doc, so he was released. He'll testify against Dean Carter and company at their trial.
Swell. And Sam?
The state police agreed with Superman that Sam would be safer in the city jail in Metropolis, despite Governor Wheeler's idea to send him upstate.
No, that's fine. You know, Kent, I still can't understand the governor having sent him to Grand City. Everybody knows that's a hotbed of hate and intolerance.
Well, that's exactly why Sam was sent up there, Chief.
Well, what do you mean?
The powers that be wanted him to be lynched.
What powers that be?
Governor Wheeler, or George Latimer, or maybe both.
You mean Big George Latimer, the state political boss?
None other. The governor told me that he and Latimer talked over sending Sam upstate. For Sam's safety, they said. And I've since found out that Dean Carter is one of their political lieutenants up there. Well, Wheeler or Latimer could have tipped him off that a state police car was bringing Sam to Grant City.
Now, wait a minute. Wait a minute, Kent. You are making a serious accusation. Just because the returned GIs accuse the governor of practicing racial and religious discrimination in awarding jobs, that's no reason...
He is practicing discrimination, and so is Latimer, who's in charge of patronage. They'll do anything to get the veterans off their necks. That's why they shot Joe Martin, or had him shot, and framed Sam Robbins for the shooting.
They had Martin shot. Are you out of your mind?
Not at all. The obvious purpose was to discredit the non-Protestant GIs who want jobs by charging that the vet organizations are led by hotheads and radicals who won't stop at anything to make trouble.
But would they go so far as
Look, Chief, look. Latimer said he saw Sam pull a gun during the veterans' demonstration at the Capitol, didn't he?
Yes.
All right. Several GIs who were standing right next to Sam swear he didn't pull a gun. And besides, the location of the bullet indicates that Joe was shot from a position straight ahead and a little above. Now, that could only mean the Capitol steps, where Wheeler and Latimer were standing with their police car.
All right. But how can you explain away the fact that the very gun used in the shooting was found in Robbins' house, in his room?
Easy. It was put there by Lippy Williams.
Lippy Williams?
Sure.
The Clarion reporter who was murdered?
Right. The man who wrote those rotten stories about Sam and the veterans.
But why?
Oh, now, Chief, in case you've forgotten, the Clarion is the mouthpiece for the governor's party.
Oh, I know that. But for the newspaper to stoop so low... Well, anyhow, that doesn't prove your fantastic statements that the governor or Latimer shot Martin. framed Sam Robbins for it, and then deliberately sent Robbins upstate to be lynched.
No, you're right there, Chief. But I expect to have the proof very soon.
Oh, you do. Mm-hmm. You do, eh? And how, may I ask, do you expect to get it?
From Governor Wheeler.
Governor Wheeler?
I had a little conversation with him before I went to Grant City. I think I put the fear of the Lord into him. By this time, he should have heard that Sam's lynching did not come off. So, at any time now...
At any time what?
I expect a break. Naturally.
Now, look. The only break is in your brain, Kent. It's cracked wide open.
Oh?
Now stop playing detective. Knock out the story about the lynching. I want a 2-column spread for page 1 tomorrow, and... Just a minute. Yes?
Is Mr. Clark Kent there, please?
Kent? Yes, hold on. To you, Kent.
Oh, thanks. Clark Kent speaking.
This is John Briggs, Mr. Kent, Governor Wheeler's secretary.
Oh, yes, Mr. Briggs. This may be it, Chief.
What?
The governor wants to know if he can see you on a very important matter.
Well, he certainly can. Where and when?
Could you come to the Capitol at once? I realize it's rather late, but this is quite urgent.
What is it, Kent?
Just a minute, Chief. Oh, yes, I can make it.
That's fine. Oh, by the way, the governor suggests that you come to the side door of his mansion. The side door, if you don't mind.
The side door?
Yes, I gather that this matter is extremely confidential.
Yes, it certainly
I'll
is.
be at the door myself to let you in.
Okay, I'll be there in a few minutes.
Excellent. Oh, Mr. Kent.
Yes?
If you will respect the governor's confidence and not mention that you're coming here, he'll be very grateful.
I won't mention it. And I'll see you in a few minutes.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Well, what is it, Kent?
This is either the break I was expecting, Chief.
Yes?
Or it's a trap.
A trap?
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you mean?
I don't know. I'll know more in a few minutes. The trailer's getting warm, Chief. Very warm indeed. See you later.
We'll return in a moment for the tense climax of today's episode. So stand by.
You know what, gang? Well, right now, instead of even mentioning that swell cereal, Kellogg's Pep, I want to talk about something else. Your sports equipment. For instance, your bicycle and your baseball bat and glove and your, your hockey stick and your skates, things like that. Do you have a special place to keep them? A place to store them when they're not in use so that they're not in the way of the other people in your family? You see, I've just heard about a mighty serious accident that happened to the father of a fellow I know because of carelessness along that line. And I know that you wouldn't want anybody at your house to suffer because you left your things about in the hallway or on the stairs where they can trip people up. So speak to Mom about it today. Ask her to help you find a safe place to store everything of yours that could possibly cause an accident. Oh, and one thing more, gang. Be kind of careful yourself. I mean about rushing around so and running through the house and up and down the stairs. Take it easy. That's the idea. Play safe.
Clark Kent has arrived at the governor's mansion on the state capitol grounds. Going to the unlighted side door as directed, he is admitted by Briggs, the governor's secretary, and escorted to a library on the second floor. As we join him now, Governor Wheeler has just entered the room. He nods to Kent as he signals Briggs to leave and carefully closes and bolts the door behind him. Taking a position near the fireplace, the state's chief executive addresses himself to Kent.
Forgive me for keeping you waiting, Mr. Kent, and for bolting the door. I must be very careful.
Careful, Governor?
Yes, because I have something very important and extremely personal to reveal to you before...
Before what?
Well, you see, Kent, I'm about to commit suicide.
Stunned, Clark Kent is for a moment unable to move, as Governor Wheeler's startling words echo in his ears.
Well, you see, Kent, I'm about to commit suicide.
What is the meaning of the governor's startling statement? Can he be serious? Tomorrow's episode tells the story in swift and exciting fashion, so don't miss it. Tune in, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal.
Say, gang, here's a famous name that brightens up your breakfast. It's Kellogg, the greatest name in cereals. Kellogg, as in Kellogg shredded wheat. What a treat. Tender, plump biscuits full up with natural nut-sweet flavor and toasted just right for extra crispness. But that's not all. Kellogg shredded wheat biscuits are just the right size, made to fit the bowl. And there are 15 biscuits in every package, each one full of swell whole wheat nourishment. Ask Mom to get you some Kellogg shredded wheat. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
It's time for a Condensed Bat-Supe Extra Helping, because sometimes it takes a little longer to tell a great story. It's part 2 of The Maltese Falcon, as originally broadcast on the Lux Radio Theater on February 8th, 1943.
Now the third act of The Maltese Falcon, starring Edward G. Robinson, Gail Patrick, and Laird Tregar. When Sam Spade woke up, he was alone in the hotel room. Pale and still shaking from the effects of the drug, he's gone to his office, where Effie stares at him in alarm.
Mr. Spade, what happened to you?
I wouldn't know. I went visiting this afternoon with red knockout drops and came to just a little while ago, all spread out on a man's floor.
Who did it?
A fat man.
But why?
Didn't have a chance to ask. Evidently he wanted to get me out of the way for something.
But I don't get it. You... Hello? Yes? What? I can't hear you.
Who is it?
Give it to me again. Yes, I've got that. Captain who? Jacoby? Yes, Hello? Hello? She's gone.
Who's gone? Who?
It was the Shaughnessy girl. She wants you. Here's the address.
26 Ancho Street.
She's in some kind of trouble, Mr. Spade. She was telling me something about a captain, a ship captain named Jacoby. And then something happened to her.
What happened?
I don't know. Like she was being choked.
Listen, is that the outside door?
I'll see. Yes? What do you... Oh!
Mr. Spade. Who is it, Effie?
I don't know. It's...
Mr. Spade.
Yes?
This package. For you. She told me. For you.
What's the matter with you?
For you.
Mr. Spade! Mr. Spade!
Shut up. Lock the door.
Yes. Yeah.
Give me the scissors from the desk, will you? I want to see what's in this package.
Here. Is he dead?
Got about 4 slugs in him, that's all.
Oh.
Come on, pull yourself together.
Oh, I'm all right.
Well, now we'll see. Here, this is what I think it is. Yeah? Yeah.
What is it?
You've got it, Angel. We've got it. The Maltese Falcon.
The Falcon?
Look at it. The Blackbird. $1 million under a coat of enamel.
She sent him with it. That's what he tried to tell us. He must be Captain Jacoby.
Now, listen, I've got to get to her. As soon as I've done, phone the police. Tell them how it happened. If forget he brought a bundle. Here, get it straight now.
Yes.
I'll leave the bird in the safe. When I call you, bring it to that Ancho Street address. Got it?
Yeah.
And after you bring it to me, go out and call Dundee. Tell him to come on the run with about 6 cops. No mistakes, Effie. I may need them.
Just keep your hands up, Mr. Spade, and come in. Wilma, shut the door. Well, sir, we're all here, waiting for you. Now, let's sit down, Mr. Spade, and be comfortable.
Sure.
Sam, I tried to call you. I wanted to tell you.
Oh, it's all right, honey. Take it easy.
But they've been holding me here all last night and today.
But you've come to no harm, Miss Shaughnessy, as yet. Oh, Mr. Spade, I believe you know Mr. Cairo.
Yeah. How do you do?
And, Wilma, of course.
You carrying a rod? Let me see.
Now, get away. You're not going to frisk me.
Stand still.
Put your paw on me, and I'm going to make you use that gun. Ask your boss if he wants me shut up before we talk.
Sit down, Wilma. Mr. Spade, you're certainly a most headstrong individual. Well, let's talk.
Yeah. You ready to make the first payment and take the Falcon off my hands?
You're sure you have it?
Sam, have you?
I didn't this afternoon, but I have now.
Then I am willing to pay. Joel, the money, please.
Yeah, wait. There's another thing to be taken care of first. We've got to have a fall guy.
I beg your pardon.
Well, the police have got to have a victim. Somebody they can stick for those 3 murders.
2. Only 2 murders, Mr. Spade. Thursby undoubtedly killed your partner.
All right, 2. The point is, I've got to come through with somebody, a victim, when the time comes. If I don't, I'll be it.
And whom do you recommend as this victim?
Oh, well, I'm not fussy. How about giving them Wilma here? He'll do.
Why, you...
Get away, punk.
By gad, Mr. Spade, you are a character.
Well, it's our best bet. If we turn him over, the cops will be happy. We'll be free as the air.
Well, what do you think of this, Wilma? Mighty funny, huh?
Yeah, mighty funny.
Well, anyway, he killed Thursby, didn't he? He's made to order for the part.
Get up on your feet.
Go away, punk.
I've taken all the riding for you I'm going to take. Get up and shoot it out.
Calm yourself, Wilma. Mr. Spade, your plan is not at all practical. Let's not say anything more about it.
All right, I've got another suggestion. Want to hear it?
Most assuredly.
I'll give them Joel Cairo.
Suppose we give them you, Mr. Spade, or Miss Shaughnessy. How about that?
Now, look, you people want the Falcon. I've got it, and the Fall Guy's part of the prize. As for Miss Shaughnessy, well, if you think she can be rigged for the part, I'm perfectly willing to discuss it with you.
Sam,
What's the matter?
you don't mean it. You couldn't.
No, because I don't think the cops would be happy, Angel. Well, personally, I see only one guy who's really right. That's Wilma.
I'll kill him. I'll kill him.
Stop it! Stop it, do you hear?
Oh, let him go.
I told him to lay off me. I warned him.
I hated to do that, but the punk had it coming to him. There's your Fall Guy, Mr. Gutman. What do you say?
I don't like it, sir.
Well, either you'll say yes right now, or I'll turn the Falcon and the whole lot of you in.
All right. You can have Wilma. Carry him inside, George.
My secretary left an hour ago with the Falcon. She ought to be here in a few minutes. What about the money, Gutman?
In a few minutes. When she gets here.
Good enough. Now, let's get the details fixed. Now, why did Wilma kill Thursby, and why and where did he shoot Captain Jacoby?
Well, I shall be candid with you, sir. Thursby was Miss Shaughnessy's ally. We believed that disposing of him would frighten Miss Shaughnessy into patching up her differences with us.
That sounds all right. Now, Jacoby.
Captain Jacoby's death was entirely Miss Shaughnessy's fault.
That's a lie.
Well, tell me what happened.
Cairo saw in the newspaper that Jacoby's ship was arriving. He remembered that Jacoby and Miss Shaughnessy had been seen together in Hong Kong. Well, sir, he put 2 and 2 together and guessed the truth. She had given the bird to Jacoby to bring here.
Yes, and at that juncture, you decided to slip me the Makey, huh?
Well, I'm sorry there was no place for you in our plans, Mr. Spade. Mr. Cairo and Wilma and I went to the boat to call on Captain Jacoby and Miss Shaughnessy. We persuaded Miss Shaughnessy to come to terms, or so we thought. Well, sir, we mere men should have known better. En route to my hotel, Captain Jacoby and the Falcon slipped completely through our fingers. Except that Wilma put a few bullets in him while he was running away. Oh, by the way, you said Jacoby died?
Yes, but not until after he brought me the Falcon.
Ah. Well, there's a bright side to everything, isn't there?
No, I'll get it. It's my secretary.
You don't mind if I go to the door with you?
All right, come on.
Mr. Spade,
Well, thanks a lot, Effie.
I wrapped it up again. Is there anything else?
No, thanks. Bye, Effie.
Goodbye, Mr. Spade.
Let me have it, Mr. Spade.
Easy.
Let me see it quickly.
Here, I guess the pleasure ought to be Mr. Gutman.
After 20 years. 20 years. Yes, there it is. There you are, beauty.
Is it the Falcon, the original?
We will make sure. Your knife, Joel.
Here.
There you go. Just a tiny cut in the enamel, and underneath we find...
Gutman, what's the matter?
It's a fake! It's lead! It's a fake!
But it can't be.
All right, Shaughnessy, you've had your little joke. Now tell us about it.
But no, Sam, no. That's the one I got from Kemidorf, I swear.
You bungled it, Gutman. You and your stupid attempt to buy it. Kemidorf caught on how valuable it was. He put a fake in its place.
Yes, that is Kemidorf's hand. There's no doubt of it. Well, Joel, what do you suggest? Shall we stand here and shed tears and call each other names? Or shall we go to Istanbul?
Istanbul? You are still going to look for the falcon?
For 20 years I have wanted that little item and have been trying to get it. I'll go on trying.
Very well. I'll go with you.
Get Wilmer. We'll start tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow. Wilmer, Why, he's gone.
What?
The window is opened. He's gone.
Oh. Swell lot of thieves.
We have little enough to boast about, sir. But the world hasn't come to an end just because we've run into a little setback. I'm sorry about your money, Mr. Spade, but of course you didn't earn it.
Well, I held up my end. You got your falcon. Your hard luck, not mine, that it wasn't what you wanted.
My hat, Joe.
Now, wait a minute.
Mr. Spade, it will do you no good to argue. I haven't the money with me anyhow.
Well, I had an idea that was it.
Now, sir, we'll say goodbye to you. And since the shortest farewells are the best, adieu. And to you, Miss Shaughnessy, I leave the lead falcon as a little memento. Adieu.
Sam, what are you going to do?
Nothing.
But those murders, you were mixed up in them. You said yourself the police needed a victim. Call them now. Tell them about Gutman.
I don't have to call him. Gutman will be nailed before he goes a block. But when he's nailed, he'll talk about you. Now, we're sitting on dynamite, and we've only got a couple of minutes to get all set for the cops. Now, give me all of it fast. Talk.
Well, where shall I begin?
Well, the day you first came to my office, why did you want Thursby shadowed?
I told you, Sam. I suspected him of betraying me, and I wanted to find out.
Now, that's a lie. You had Thursby hooked, and you knew it. You wanted to get him out of the way before Jacoby came with a bird. Isn't that so?
Yes.
What was your scheme?
Well, I thought that if he saw someone following him, he might be frightened into going away.
Well, then you must have told Thursby that Archer was following him.
Yes, I told him. But please believe me, Sam. I wouldn't have told him if I'd thought Thursby would kill him.
Well, if you thought he wouldn't kill Archer, you were right, Angel.
Didn't you?
No. Archer had been a cop too long to be caught like that, up a blind alley with his gun tucked away in his hip and his overcoat buttoned. But he would have gone up there with you, Angel. He was just dumb enough for that.
Sam!
And then you could have stood as close to him as you liked in the dark and put a hole through him with a gun you'd gotten from Thursby that night.
Don't talk to me like that, Sam. You know I didn't.
Oh, shut up. This isn't the spot for the schoolgirl act. Why did you shoot him?
No, I didn't mean to at first. I didn't really, but when I saw that Thursby couldn't be frightened, Sam, darling.
Go on. When you found that Thursby didn't mean to tackle Archer, you borrowed the gun and did it yourself, right?
Yes.
You didn't know then that Gutman was here hunting for you until you heard Thursby had been shot. And then you knew you needed another protector, so you came back to me.
Yes, but Sam, it wasn't only that. I would have come back to you sooner or later. From the very first minute I saw you, I knew that
Oh, you angel. Well, if you get a good break, you'll be out of San Quentin in 20 years, and you can come back to me then.
What? Oh, no, you're not going to...
I'm going to send you over.
Oh, no, don't, Sam. Don't say that.
You're taking the fall, darling.
You're doing this to me? Don't you understand, Sam? I'm in love with you.
That's good.
But you can't. You can't.
Yes, I can. You killed a man, darling, remember?
You know deep down in your heart, you know that in spite of anything I've done, I love you.
I don't care who loves who. I'm not going to play the sucker. I won't walk in Thursby's, and I don't know how many others' footsteps. You killed Miles, and you're going over for it.
Sam.
That's the cops.
Don't let them in, please.
Sit tight, honey.
Sam.
Hello, Spade.
Come in. Did you get the fat boy?
We got them. The kid, too.
Swell. Here's another one for you. She killed Miles.
Can you prove it?
Can I, Miss Shaughnessy? Can I prove it? Go on, tell them.
Yes.
All right, come on.
So long, Miss Shaughnessy.
This doesn't mean anything to you, does it?
Maybe. But you're going anyway. The chances are you'll get off for 20 years. If you do, I'll wait for you. And if they hang you, Angel, I'll always remember you.
Our stars will return to the microphone in just a moment. But now, listen a minute. Ammunition for attack. Shells for defense against the enemy. Our boys must have these things to win the war. And you may be unknowingly throwing away material needed to help them win. Waste fats and greases from your kitchen contain glycerin, one of the things that goes into the making of explosives. No amount is too small to save. Think of it this way. One man doesn't make an army, yet together, millions of individual Americans make up the finest army in the world. If every American housewife turns in 1 pound of waste household fats a month, together, that will make 540 million pounds of smokeless powder a year. Now, here's what our government asks us to do.
Strain waste fats and greases into a can. Any clean, smooth-edged can. Don't use glass or paper containers because they break or leak. The cans you use will be salvaged later. Keep the can in a cool place, and when it's full, take it to your local meat dealer. He'll pay you cash for each pound of fat. Try to do this early in the week when he's not so busy as weekends. Remember, only waste fats and oils are wanted, not anything you can use or reuse yourself. Every bit is precious. Save it carefully. Within 21 days of the time you turn it in to your butcher, it will be on its way to send your message to the X's. Now, here's Mr. DeMille.
Next week's play asks a very vital question. So vital, I'm taking it to the man on the street for an answer before I introduce our stars. The question, are husbands necessary? Now, here's a man who's just come in from the street. What do you think, sir? Are husbands necessary?
My wife says yes. My draft board says no. Me, I just do what they tell me.
Now let's see what this young lady has to say. In your opinion, miss, are husbands necessary?
Are you kidding?
Well, that's the way it goes. Nobody agrees. But we'll go into that matter later, because the big news has to do with George Burns and Gracie Allen. Tonight, the Maltese Falcon had its share of thrills. But in recent weeks, Edward G. Robinson has been on the road to adventure in real life. We'll get the inside story now, as he and Gail Patrick and Laird Krieger come back for a curtain call.
It must have been pretty exciting crossing the Atlantic in wartime, Eddie.
Well, we went over by plane, Gail, and as we approached the other side, it was nip and tuck there for a few minutes. I wasn't sure whether I'd make it or not.
Nazi planes go after you?
No, we were playing bridge, and I made the bid doubled and redoubled.
Did you fly back too, Eddie?
Well, I came back on a ship, Laird. I was sure I'd get a chance to see a submarine, but nothing happened.
And the word must have gone out that Little Caesar was aboard.
Now, don't kid about that, C.B. Purely because of Little Caesar, I received a great distinction. The fellows made me an honorary member of the gun crew.
Well, seriously, Eddie, in entertaining our soldiers in England, how did you find them? Are they cheerful?
Cheerful and determined, C.B. As for the English people, nothing seems to bother them. They've had rationing so long, it isn't the topic of conversation now. That great clock, Big Ben, was symbolic of the whole country to me. Every time it strikes, it seems to be saying, it's later than you think, Adolf Hitler.
I suppose you did some broadcasting yourself while you were there, Eddie.
Well, one afternoon I broadcast 6 messages to the continent in French, Spanish, Romanian, German, Danish, and Italian.
What, no Greek?
Well, I'm working on Russian at the moment, dear. I want to be able to say thank you to all the Russians I meet from now on.
Now, you've had many successes on the screen, but in years to come, I think you will value most the success you achieved in this job for your country.
Well, thank you, C.B. What are you doing here next week?
Well, that's when the big question comes up again, Eddie. Because next week, our play is the Paramount comedy hit, Are Husbands Necessary? And in it, we'll present those eminent thespians, George Burns and Gracie Allen. In the play, George works in a bank, and Gracie is secretly trying to help his career. So tune in next Monday night and get Gracie Allen's answer to that burning question, are husbands necessary?
Oh, sounds like a lot of fun, C.B. Good night.
Good night. Good night. Good night. And don't miss George and Gracie. Our sponsors, the makers of Lux Flakes, join me in inviting you to be with us again next Monday night when the Lux Radio Theater presents George Burns and Gracie Allen in Are Husbands Necessary? This is Cecil B. DeMille saying good night to you from Hollywood.
Edward G. Robinson will soon be seen in the Columbia picture Destroyer. Gail Patrick is starred in the Republic production Hit Parade of 1943. And Laird Krieger's next picture is the 20th Century Fox Technicolor production Hello, Frisco, Hello. Heard in tonight's play were Charlie Lung as Cairo, Bea Benaderet as Effie, Eddie Marr as Wilmer, and Warren Ash, Charles Seal, Leo Cleary, Fred Mackay, and Norman Field. Our music was directed by Louis Silvers. And this is your announcer, John M. Kennedy, reminding you to tune in next Monday night to hear George Burns and Gracie Allen in Are Husbands Necessary? Well, that wraps up this episode of Condensed Bat-Supe, featuring 2 more chapters of George Latimer, crooked political boss, from The Adventures of Superman. Thank you for listening. Be sure to tell your friends to subscribe to Bat-Supe on their favorite podcatcher. We can also be found on YouTube and Facebook. We'll see you next time for another exciting edition of Condensed Bat-Supe as we bring you more of George Latimer, crooked political boss, and another fine extra helping. Until then,
It is not remarkable that so many of the reported ghosts and phantoms and supernatural visions have been observed just as night was falling, for that is a time when the mind is fatigued and is most subject to hallucinations. And yet, there are some, like that which Captain Nolan saw on the plains of Normandy, which cannot be so easily explained away.
It was during the latter days of the First World War. The cavalry troops under the command of Captain David Nolan had rendered valuable service in a score of crucial battles. They had been under fire for weeks on end, and now they were retiring behind the lines for a rest they had fully earned. The long column of horsemen moved slowly, wearily through the twilight. At their head rode Captain Nolan and two other officers. They were discussing how they intended to spend their leave.
You men can celebrate all you like. The only thing I want to do is to sleep.
Each man to his own taste, Digby. Mine happened to run toward wine, women, and song.
That sounds much more attractive to me. In the state I'm in, I couldn't even think of... Good Lord.
Captain Nolan broke off abruptly in the middle of the sentence, for it was just at that moment that he saw the phantom horsemen. They were clad in white, on white steeds, and they rode in a straight, silent column, paralleling the line of the captain's own men, not more than a dozen yards away. So swiftly did they move, and so soundlessly, that their horses' hooves seemed scarcely to be touching the ground. And the column did not end. It went on and on, one ghostly figure following another through the gathering dusk. Captain Nolan's first impulse was to turn to his fellow officers to call their attention to the amazing vision. But then he thought better of it, so he rode on in silence. For some reason, the men beside him had grown silent too. But a few moments later, while the captain's eyes were still fastened on the incredible cavalcade, Lieutenant Digby said suddenly,
You may have something there after all, Captain. I could stand a good night's rest myself.
Nolan turned sharply and peered into Digby's face, as though he was seeking something there.
What made you change your mind? Oh, I don't know. I suppose I'm more tired than I thought. It seemed to hit you rather abruptly. Yes, it did, didn't it, Captain?
And that was all the lieutenant would say. And once again, silence fell among the three men. But this time, it was short-lived. For after another moment or so, Lieutenant Wayne blurted out violently, almost hysterically,
I can't stand this any longer. You see them, so does Digby. We're not dreaming, and we're not just tired either. That column of cavalrymen is really there. If it weren't, why should all three of us be watching it?
Yes, each of the three officers had seen the column at the same moment, and each had remained silent for fear of making himself look ridiculous. Night descended swiftly now, and the phantom horsemen were blotted from view. But at the next town, Captain Nolan sent back a searching party. They returned with the inevitable answer. No other cavalry troops were in the vicinity. None could have been. And yet, afterward, Captain Nolan and Lieutenants Digby and Wayne, all men of unquestionable integrity, were willing to swear that they had seen the same identical vision. A vision incredible but true.